Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Um, Today is my weekday off, which is Tuesday. I usually have Sunday and Tuesdays off. Um, Let me start out by saying I really don't want to do this video at all. It's a very uncomfortable subject and topic for me, but in order for you to understand why I am the way I am now and why I've done the things in my life that I've done, I kind of have to tell you guys about this. And also, let me say that the things that I will be talking about are things that I've gone through myself and also things that I've witnessed people doing. I can't speak to somebody else's life and say, oh, yeah, they were this way or blah, blah, blah. I can only tell you what I've personally witnessed. And yeah, the topic is going to be race. Yeah, fun stuff. Yeah, so growing up in East Tacoma, relatively moderate sized city. I mean, somewhat ethnically diverse. I mean, there's a lot of whites and blacks. Well, the craziest thing though is growing up. Geez, this is hard for me to even talk about because in today's society, people will take what you say and they'll twist it to no end and try to make you seem like you're insane or that you're bashing somebody. Let me just straight up say that that's not true in my case. I have to tell you guys what happened because it's my life, my story. Okay, let's proceed. Yeah, so like I said, from first grade all the way through 12th grade, I was harassed and treated like dirt a lot. Um, Interesting thing is, most of the people that were harassing me were my own kind. They were other black people, you see. So you could understand, how I could be really upset about that even to this day, which is also one of the reasons why I'm doing this video is so that I can spill my guts to the world and move past that and let it go. Because, I mean, in the long run, it's not worth it. It was never worth it to be holding on to that. Life's way too stinking short. But you've also got to know about the depravity of human beings. And I'm not saying that everybody's bad. They're not. It's just there's a select few people out there who pride themselves on wanting to see you suffer. And for usually no reason at all. But yeah, like I said, throughout school, I was mostly being harassed and called names by other black people. Like back in middle school, this black dude actually came up to me, grabbed my hair, and yanked a chunk of hair right out of my head. And nobody said nothing. Teachers didn't say nothing. Everybody thought that was freaking funny. You feel me? And and check it out. I'm being made fun of by all these different people in this classroom, right? And it was a substitute teacher that was in charge. Our teacher was sick or whatever. I don't know what was going on with them. But all I know is I'm being made fun of by these people. Oh, what's wrong with my hair? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I'm being made fun of by, my fellow classmates. Even have the freaking substitute teacher. He's laughing at me too. Laughing with him. Yeah, so like I'm saying, had to deal with this crap for 12 years and beyond. And I'll get to that, as quickly as I can. Like I said, I don't like talking about this stuff. I want it dead and buried. But until I can just, let it go, I'm going to be miserable. And I don't want to be miserable. I don't want anybody else to be miserable. You know what I mean? But it's like, if I'm going to hold it deep down inside, I'm not going to be able to let it go. Let me think. So yeah, and then another crazy thing in middle school happened. There was this white dude, red hair, pretty racist, didn't like black folks at all, right? So he's saying, a bunch of racist things to me and possibly this other gal that was in the general vicinity and she's black too. Instead of, us standing up for ourselves against this dude, she starts attacking me too. Yeah, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Yeah. And, and then in high school, so I have to ride, Pierce Transit, which, those of you who are also from Tacoma, you know what that is, public transportation, kind of scary. So we're taking Pierce Transit, to school and then back home, right? So there are these two black dudes. And every ride, every bus ride, I was made to like go through hell because all they were doing is calling me names and making fun of me. Like, I mean, nonstop, dude. It's like, okay, And then, silly me, one of the dudes, I mean, if I had to guess, which I don't know, I wasn't there, but I feel like he ended up mouthing off to the wrong person, like later on down the road, because he ended up dead. Somebody shot him to death. And then when I hear about it at school, because I actually care about people, I'm sitting there crying. And some people are wondering, why is she crying about this dude and he treated her like dirt? I don't know. Because I care about people and I don't want to see people hurting. And when I see people hurting other people, it just automatically makes me think that there's something not quite right in their brain. Like, for real. So, yeah, according to, like, my classmates and stuff, I wasn't never going to find a guy. I'm a loser or I'll be a virgin for the rest of my life. And like I said, compound that with the abuse I'm suffering from my mom. I know a lot of you guys out there are atheists and whatever, and that's your business, whatever. But with me, I feel like if God had not been looking out for me, I would have been either dead a long time ago or locked up in prison for life. Like, seriously. God's had my back, as crazy as it sounds. I was still able to push through, I'm dealing with all that abuse and whatnot. Yeah, so like I said, that ties into the fact that I ended up, putting that personal ad in the paper, blah, 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 meeting the Mexican dude who, by the way, had claimed to be white. He said, he's Spanish and Italian and 35 years old and very athletic and blah, blah, blah. Just everything that spewed out of his mouth was a lie. Like, and as it turns out, even though I married the dude, I don't believe that it was a legal marriage, if for no other reason than just about everything he wrote in the marriage license application was also a lie. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for race. I just had to get that off my chest. And I know I'm not alone. I'm not saying that everybody in the world is bad because they're not. There's a lot of good people out there, all races. Good people. And there are bad people out there, too, who are all races as well. You know what I mean? But, just talking about this, too, if this helps anybody at all, then it's worth it. Because like I said, sometimes it takes us knowing that somebody else has been through the same thing that we've been through. Doesn't take away the pain, but it makes you think, dang, well, I'm not alone. And if they're making it, I can make it too. Straight up. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a blessed day. Bye.